with an industrial wall or something, or anything like a sun. I put a slight bend in it with the
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.
Alright, so another little project I already started tearing into that it might work, so I'm going to record it just in case it works. We have a little portable ice maker that we use for ice for drinks, stuff like that, and it's just kind of big and bulky. Well, this boat came with an ice box built into the counter, which is pretty cool, but if you're out in the boat for more than a week and we have the ice maker we have doesn't make like really good ice, so you can't really transfer it to the ice box. So I've got an idea that I'm gonna take, and I may just destroy two things, so we're gonna see how this works. But I already got started and I decided I'll videotape it just in case it actually works. So this is our countertop ice maker. It's a pretty good size unit actually. It takes like a gallon of water. You can see that I already started pulling it apart last night and it got froggy. So my goal is to put that in our countertop ice box here. You can see I already started pulling it apart, but there's basically a box underneath here that takes up a bunch of room here. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to remove the factory ice box and then take the covers off of that machine, and then mount the machine, because the machine's top load. You pour the water in it and then the ice comes out and you pull it out. So the idea is to secure it to the bottom of the counter and then insulate it, because that ice maker, the one thing we don't like about it is it's not insulated at all. I mean, it's a little, not a super cheap unit, it was a couple $100, but it's not super insulated. It's not meant to be like a fridge, it's meant to just make quick ice, like rapid fire. So I'm going to insulate that too as well once it's under the table, so it'll gain insulation. And then I'm going to wire a 110 up under here, and then I'll probably put another outlet up here just while I'm at it, because we don't really have enough plug-in. So put it in there. But yeah, so if that works out great, point of use will be awesome. We won't have our counter here and we'll just be able to go and grab ice in the ice maker, and then it cleans that off and frees up a whole bunch of room. So that's what we'll be working on today. Hope it works. If not, I just made a huge mess and just ruined our ice box, so we'll see how it goes. It won't come out. It's stuck between the fucking drain. Look how big that fucking thing is. That thing's huge. I didn't realize how big it is. A fucking cooler in there. Alright, got this big bastard out. Talk about the freaking iceberg effect. This thing is huge. Got a hole of insulation, nasty, so I gotta clean up. So it's either gonna work really good, or I just opened up Pandora's box of messing up my counter space. So see how it plays out. Show you what I did. So we got the top here. I took off the lid. If you can see here, we got the slope here, so I need to level it. Obviously it won't sit under the counter right here. It'll sit fine, but I'm gonna have a big gap. So what I did is I went and got some PVC board, and I'm gonna basically picture frame it. So I gotta put this piece on. I put a slight bend in it with the little torch, but I'm gonna picture frame this in, and then I'll have the ice maker sitting down in here, and then I'll seal it all up, and then this will be sealed underneath the counter. So I just kind of want to show that process real quick. So I didn't want to use wood or anything. Composite's always really nice because it's not going to go anywhere. You know, I'll seal this all up, and then everything looks like it's going to work in there. So we'll see. I'm going to keep trudging away on this. I'm making a big mess in here because it's freaking cold and raining outside and dark. So I'm going to keep at it. it's a little sneak peek of it. It's kind of a disaster down here, but so there's the shelf I built for it, and now I'm gonna silicone it all in, and I gotta do a little recess on the icebox cover, because when this thing flips it actually tags it a little bit. So I'm gonna silicone this in, let that dry overnight, and then I'm gonna work on that lid, and I'll test it tomorrow and see if it works. But feeling pretty happy out so far. Should be a sweet little Icemaker built in. We did on the cheap. Duh. Got the Icemaker mounted last night. I ran in and got some wiring into town and got some wiring. So I'm gonna hook up a 110 outlet actually under here. So because it has a plug-in under here, so I'm gonna run that across, and this will also add another outlet for stuff that she's been wanting for this side of the table. So I'm gonna get that wired up real quick, and then we ran it last night and it worked. I'll show you a final what it looks like now, but yeah, it worked awesome. So this was like, we bought this little over-the-counter Icemaker for $100, I think, off Craigslist, and probably $50 in little supplies here and there, some PVC and stuff like that, and it worked out awesome. So I'm freaking really happy with it. I think Steph was nervous when I started taking apart a perfectly good Icemaker, but I had like a 90%. I was sure I could do it. So yeah, so I think this is a good project for anyone who wants to clear up their counter space in a boat. Counter space is limited. We actually have a lot for a boat in here, but it just took up so much room, and we wanted ice. So I'm gonna wire this up real quick, and then I'll show you the final product, finished product. So I'm going to add this outlet here. These are kind of nice. These are, if you're not familiar, these are outlet covers. Oh my God, I don't know why I can't do it. 2-wall outlets. So basically in a situation where you're like dealing with an industrial wall or something, or anything like in a boat where you're not going to want to recess this and cut a big hole and put an outlet box in. These are great little PVC covers. And obviously this goes over like this, and they just mount in. So they're cheap, and they make the install a lot nicer, easier. All right, there's the finished product. We got a new outlet cover. It's got P-clip up this wires, everything. So now we got another outlet we can use on top of. There's the Icemaker over here, so it'll have its own little outlet. I just gotta tune it into this outlet. All right, she's all wired up. I got an extra outlet now here for Steph underneath here. And now this is the old icebox. So you can kind of see in there, it's hard to see, but I actually used PVC to go around, so it's all siliconed in and everything. And there's the ice tray right there, and it just auto flips. I can still clean it and everything. This lid here is insulated from the icebox portion of it. I haven't insulated the outside of the Icemaker yet. I think I'm going to do that. They originally wasn't, and the one thing we notice is if like the Icemakers like these, they make kind of warm ice, so if you walk away and turn it off, that melts all really fast. So I'm gonna actually end up probably insulating that as kind of a future thing and clean it up, box in a little. But yeah, I mean, for anyone who wants to do this, we got this Icemaker off Craigslist. This one takes a gallon of water. Oh, that's one thing I should probably add. This one takes a gallon of water. Some of them take a half gallon. And the other cool portion of this was I can now reach to fill this thing up. So it takes like a gallon of water, which will last for like an afternoon, but it does burn through it quite a bit if you're using the ice. Obviously you're using the water. So yeah, we just bought this off Craigslist for like $100 for the Icemaker. I think it was like 200 new, and then probably 50 bucks of materials, so we're like 150 bucks in it. We got a built-in, we utilize this corner well, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, all in all, I think it worked awesome. This ice maker uses like 200 watts, so it's not too much. It's enough the solar will keep up with it. So yeah, now we've got our water maker and our ice maker. We can make water and make ice now out on the freaking hook. So that's pretty nice. I haven't anything like this on a boat before. So if you're looking for a cheap little redneck option to make an ice, this is a viable one for sure, if you don't want to break the bank on a big old ice maker. All right, that's it. Bye.